Thanks, Tronny. Anyway, now that we have the ice element, we can deal with this, and, you two alright back there?
You know what? No, they're doing just fine. Just leave them. I mean, why wouldn't we take a trinket from a shady guy who's hiding back behind a literal fire?
Normal content. Normal quest. Money can be exchanged for goods or services.
Wow, you don't say, Tronny.
Possibly you remember this spot. It did actually mention the coin when we came here last time. And I do not know why it makes the ticking bomb sound from Temple Mine.
So we used the cursed coin, and it brought us to the deadly oasis.
Now, if you happen to be behind in your botanics guide for the bone piles, this is a pretty good place. Just a whole lot of bones just lying around. That's pretty normal. Oh well. Here's a little mini dungeon. I don't understand the point of this opening bit, but yeah, whatever. Honestly, these puzzles aren't, they're not exactly dungeon grade, but they'll slow us down a little bit. And they do, of course, have some chests in them. Now, of course, I absolutely could have got that on this run, but naturally I did not. Really, I made this whole thing a whole lot harder for myself than I really needed to. Especially after getting this chest, for some reason I decided to go back around this way rather than, well, you know. What am I doing?
I personally appreciate that we did all that for some dirt.
It's a solid choice. Our priorities are firmly in order. Now watch this shot. Honestly, a lot of these things, they seem really complicated. A lot of the time they even look really complicated when you're doing them. Surprise shock attack, by the way.
I mean, I don't think sharks are really much of a problem at this point, though.
Oh no. I mean, we can chump these guys pretty easily. But, well, there's a pretty solid game design reason for, just making sure that we know how to deal with sharks. Don't think too hard about it, though. Also, this isn't really much of an additional puzzle to get this other chest, I don't know. At least this one's an equipment. So, ordinarily, during this whole series, I've been coming at this game from a position of more or less uniform positivity. I'm gonna have to take a little break from that, because this boss fucking sucks. First mark against him, he is a shark, and sharks are a little bit annoying to fight. He doesn't even have the good graces to immediately get stunned in one hit, you have to hit him a couple times. And then when you do stun him, you have to hit him a whole bunch to get coins out.
Oh no.
The amount of coins that you get is based on the number of times that you hit him, not how much damage you deal.
Oh yeah. Yep, and now you're gonna hurt him, he's gonna finish this phase, and then all of a sudden he's gonna drain the chest again, and we're gonna do it 3 more times, and we're gonna have so much fun!
What the fuck? Who spoiled you on this? So yeah, this is about as interesting as it looks. For his next trick, he gains some unique attacks like whatever the hell this is, and also he spawns a friend, and his friend is completely invincible. You cannot kill the friend, ever. He's there solely to annoy you.
Okay, yeah, definitely getting some real winner vibes out of this fight.
You can pretty easily stun the friend because his friend behaves pretty much identically to the other sharks, with the notable exception of being, you know, literally fucking invincible. And you can't even... like, I don't understand why you can't break this guy by hitting him while he's doing all those other attacks. It's kind of nonsense. So anyway, yeah, the most coins I've ever been able to get out of this guy in a single round of stunning is 50. And that was when I did everything completely optimally, so, you know, it's gonna take you a couple times to do this. The third phase is identical to the second, except there are now 2 friend sharks. Like, you could have just deleted the entire second phase of this and halved the coin count, and, like, made him break a little bit easier, just, like, come on.
No, this is good, actually. This is peak game design.
I slowed this bit back down just to properly drive home the point that I wound up 4 coins short of not having to repeat this whole thing again. I just wanted everybody to know that.
Well, that was just some A+ boss design.
I guess they can't all be winners. Oh well. Now, here's a weird fact about this quest. In, like, the original 1.0 release of this game, or at the very least in the version that eventually got ported to consoles, when that launched, this quest was still incomplete. Like, this whole chain of quests just ended at this point. The conclusion has since been added, but I don't know why it was ever missing.
It was just keeping with the appropriate theme. I mean,
sure, why not?
He's just heard rumors about it. You know, it's a secret quest.
I guess it needed to be canonically discovered by players.
Or by data miners, you know, pick your poison.
Wonder if Crossworlds has data miners. Wonder what game industry OPSEC is like in the year 3000 and whatever. I keep saying the year 3000 and whatever, there is absolutely no indication of actually when this actually is.
I mean, obviously, it takes place in the distant future of 1990X. I mean, that's just obvious.
Anyway, wow, they said Bilston wasn't far from the settlement, but he is literally on the first screen. Anyway, now it's time for a much better fight that I also happen to maybe not like very much, but I still think it's a good fight. And yeah, I guess we're doing this whole thing, aren't we? So Bilston here really likes doing charge attacks. He'll charge directly at you. It's pretty predictable. You can eventually start doing some pretty decent counters on him. But that's not the main gimmick here. Even if it is a lot of fun to do. Here's the gimmick. He has sandwiches. And he will eat them. Now this is very important. Absolutely the only way to stop him from eating a sandwich is to hit him with a charged shot. Also, like, what the fuck was this? I thought this was going to have to be a reset, but no, he actually pathfinds his way back into the arena.
I mean, that's...
This freaking game, right?
That's very interesting that he can do that, but it sure seems like it would have made a lot more sense to just put up a bunch of, like, invisible walls so that he literally isn't allowed to leave.
I mean, there are visible walls, it's just somehow he got elevated.
Right.
And got pushed onto the platforms. Right,
what I'm saying, though,
is that... I have absolutely no idea how that happened.
Right, what I'm saying, though, is that, you put the visible walls up there, but, like, on the back end, there absolutely should have been some invisible walls being like, no, just in case.
Yeah. But I am low-key very impressed that after he managed to glitch out, that he just naturally comes back in. It's very good. Anyway, this fight took me a bit because he kept on eating, and at this point I hadn't yet figured out that absolutely the only way to stop him from eating is by hitting him with a charged shot. It must be a charged shot. It cannot be a tech. It cannot be a melee. It must be a shot.
You know what I am surprised by? That worm that was up on that ledge the entire time was just content to sit there and chill and watch?
I mean, no one aggroed him.
That just seems extremely nice.
You know what else is extremely nice? That they didn't fuck around with some kind of extended quest nonsense. They just chained this directly into the second fight. The second fight is much the same as the first one, except that now he has turrets. The ones on the ground will shoot you, the ones up high will actually shoot mortars, which are a little bit of a pain to keep track of, but it's entirely manageable. Oh right, the other thing is that he'll go and run behind his shield before he goes to eat a sandwich, so you've got to get up on those boxes and hit him with a charged shot. Your timing window for doing this is tiny. You basically have to notice that he's running away and then get up on the boxes in advance. Like, by the time he goes and actually puts the shield down, it's probably too late. On the other hand, you can inflict chill on him, and that will slow down his movement speed, which will give you quite a bit more time to react. And of course, you can, still get shot by mortars and knocked off the crate. So that's fun too. Honestly though, I think this is a very good fight. It just happens to kind of be a little bit annoying. Well, that was fun. I'm kind of disappointed there isn't some kind of other thing that you can do in here, involving that console and all the turrets.
Oh, don't give them any ideas.
I mean, it's safe to do this now, because CrossCode has now, actually finished content development. There is nothing else that they're gonna add. It's all gonna go in their next game. Incidentally, I would like to stress at this point that it is already confirmed that their next game is using a 2.5D engine, which actually has depth perception.
That's good. So we're already on a step up.
Yeah. Very exciting times ahead. Here's one last side quest for this area. Remember that this area only has 3 factions for whatever reason. Like everything else, it directly follows on from the end of the last one that we did for these people. Mostly the deal is, as ever, hey, we actually found the thing that you got a map to last time. Except we didn't actually find it, it's just like, we've figured out that it's somewhere around here. And we don't even get a Seeker Sense beacon for it, we actually have to go and find it before it shows up on our radar. It's over here though. It's not exactly devious, it's just a little bit annoying. Now there's some reasonably fun stuff in here. Mostly the headline is a new enemy type that we'll be seeing in a bit.
So far, the headline appears to be extremely thin platforms.
Before that, we're gonna have to do a couple of jumps and solve a few puzzles. Because, CrossCode. And for some reason these guys aggro on us, even though these guys never aggro. Not really very much of a thing, but yeah. By the way, did you know that bubbles skate on water when they're frozen? Just a little fun fact. Now, I cannot stress enough that you have to do both of these right after the other, Like, the bubble dispenser disappears when the first fan stops, although the bubble that comes off of it doesn't. So you have a little bit more time than you think. Now, you might be thinking that these new enemies just look like a slightly upgraded palette swap version of another enemy. And you know, you're basically right. But, well, we'll see something. They have this new attack that basically just puts up a "please shoot me" sign. But other than that, for now, they're identical. Although the terrain is a bit of a feature. Yeah, he's being annoying. You know what, I think Emily and Toby have got this.
I was gonna say, I would like to believe that, but I've seen enough AI companions in my day to know that you're gonna have to go down there and finish the job yourself.
Yeah, and yet. I mean, the AI in this game is actually really good. It's one of the reasons the Apollo fights are a thing, is just to give you an excuse to actually appreciate how good the AI in this game is. And, like, we literally just saw the stuff with Bilston glitching out of the arena and then pathfinding his way back. And then there's me repeatedly backing off cliffs. Who do you think's the real intelligence here? Anyway, this place notably has puzzles, but isn't instanced. So make of that what you will. Now, remember these very similar enemies? This is how they get differentiated. First of all, this place has the elevation poles from Fadro Temple, which means that we actually have a way to hit them when they're flying up high. The other trick that they have is now they can use flames to regenerate health. It's very annoying, except that if you put the flame out while they're using it, it leaves them stunned, and if you hit them while they're stunned, it's an instant break. Also, they're like super vulnerable to ice, so, you know, just video games at them until they die. I can't hate this too much, really.
It just seems kind of fillery, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff in this quest that basically is just padding, but the thing is that the stuff that they pad the game with, it feels good to play. Like, this whole deal is fun, this fight is fun. It's like the Moth Room at the end of Fadro Temple, it's just like... it's just video games for a couple minutes. That said, this does start to repeat itself a little bit. The counter in this room, you'll note, says 10. And it's a wave of 2, followed by a wave of 4, followed by an identical wave of 4.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like a mechanic that scales up well.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I think I would have actually preferred it if they just said fuck it and made you fight 10 of the things at once. Just, like, fuck it, there's 2 poles, 6 flames, 4 bubbles. Just give me the carnage, we've got a party. You're telling me Emily and Toby couldn't take a room full of these things? Cowards. You'll note that the hero there actually sank a little bit into the sand while pathfinding over it. I've never seen an AI NPC actually die to an environment trap before, but I'm pretty sure it's theoretically possible. Just a thought. Well, that was fun.
He'll say, can we not get in that sand and go somewhere? Like, is there not something hidden underneath that?
I mean, do you see a whirlpool in it?
Cowards. Cowards, I say.
Yeah, we will find a way to go deeper. But yeah, they are pretty cowardly.